Adofo wo hwe cars ye etwem ne ko aye koi obi busa se adede asem de na asi ana de na asi menhia enye hwe eye Otumfuo na ase tutu nya mekese ne ba na chale chese nyankopon ya na dom a wawie school wo ye graduation fefe ntwe cars ye etwa gu ya Otumfuo nya mekese nso de nanim nyam ye de ekota ne ba na chi wona ne ho kanim yenko na yenko hwe Asante amamre fe asante amamra nsusu koyie yanko na yenkohwe ne nyina susuma nisi na won subscribe ya no subscribe won share video no so na wa share video no ahanom Snap News TV mesro nyabre na tie na hwe ne nyina manisi bedase
mama me no ya enti enne ene da kwami twitwi ya usidi twitwi ya Otumfuo the last born the graduation graduation but last born graduation papa say on trans ne on ne yeri nyina e ba bi jane ba na wa shene bale ni nyam ferdo asante man papa mo yesi na mama ya ni ajiwe na mani apaje beti u asante papa nna kakra kwampo no graduation keke mpo no show o body fly private jet na ba yo enye easy efe abusia yenkasa kese yenhwe video ni nangongosi edi akotoko ni monye won be share ne panel last born ewo ne graduation day ase one ne yire Lady Julia asante mama mi nyina no ya piao abusia nti stay tuned na ehwe enema ekoso na efe asante my wadi yi pa we proud of you Otumfuo Osei Tutu we love you bye.
Give way, please. I think we can do a round of applause for the coming. Ladies and gentlemen, please. The current head boy, Bill Quino, and Paris, the head girl. And then now, the graduate following in the amazingly well. It's not been an easy journey. A-level simply means that you are almost in the university. Nothing, there cannot be anything more difficult than that. God bless, we are EPSI International. To have Asantehene join school is money to train children, to by their A-level teachers who have put in amazing work to make sure these students succeed academically. I guess at this point I will do less. Thank you very much for coming. This is the richness of the Ghanaian June 2025 year of the Lord. Asantehene has joined us for the graduating class of 2025. Thank you very much. If I say I'm going over them, I think that us, I can't say a brief stand like this is not for ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. He is a definition of trust, humility. He's somebody whose background does not make him haughty. And I think that that's a very beautiful lesson for us to unit. Now, please hold the podium. I want to applause for him, ladies and gentlemen. Please make sure you don't stand by me because
His Majesty Otumfuo II, Asantehene, Lady Julia Osei, former President Kofo, ambassadors and various dignitaries, director, principal, teaching and non-teaching staff, proud parents, guests, and of course my fellow students, class of 2025. As we approach the end of our journey together as students of DPS, there are many things I wish to express to you all, and I believe they can be summed up into two parts: where we've been and where we're going. So I hope for us to keep this in mind as I deliver my final address to you all. I've had many experiences throughout my time here and have overcome many obstacles throughout. When presented with a new curriculum and school system following the COVID lockdown, all the way to the challenges many of us here faced while finishing my final exams. It goes without saying that I wouldn't have been able to get through it without the help of many people, most of whom are here before me today. Firstly, I'd like to thank two parts of my own heart: my mother and my father, my first and primary support system. The two individuals who have contributed to who I am today since my first day in this world. The people whose words and actions echo in my mind and soul on a daily basis. The main examples when I need reference, the main confidence when I need guidance. I am so thankful to have had you as my first guides throughout this journey. As to my family, for showing up for me today like you always have, and really testing the capacity of this auditorium here. To the school administration, for any and all contributions made to a truly excellent school. I am truly thankful to have been a student at EPSI. And to my teachers, all of you, from when I first started in grade 8 until now, for the hours I spent in your offices, as you helped me go over the same topics over and over again without ever complaining, for always having time for always trying. To the non-teaching staff, those who often go unseen, for every spill you cleaned up, for every classroom you arranged, for not killing us whenever we walked on the recently mopped floors. All the things you did for our convenience that most of us didn't notice. And, of course, to my fellow students. I'm sure you already know this, but I hold a lot of you very close to my heart. When I first arrived here, I was only a chubby 13-year-old boy, still tall though, and some of you were the same age as well. And for years, we have grown together, making new friends on the way, of course. Helping each other through our toughest moments, forming bonds so deep they could last a lifetime. With every laugh that echoed through the classrooms, dorms, and hallways, and every tear that was shed, making this moment even more, making this moment so wholesome yet painful at the same time. Look at us now in our suits and dresses, caps and gowns, looking and feeling more grown than ever before. As for where we're going, I recall my victory speech from last year when I spoke about show and tell and how actions follow the words of commencement. Well, consider this speech your call to action. It's time to represent yourselves and who we were as a school and community to the rest of the world. I had the privilege of watching some of you in the physics lab, for example, debating theories so abstract you'd have no problem participating in the discourse of the grades, as well as in fields like literature, discussing the ways art and human communication influences societies and the ways in which changing perspectives can create a true difference. Just a few examples of what you have all shown me to be capable of already. It's pretty clear that I already have faith in each and every single one of you, for reasons completely different from each other, but equally as important to each other. So I want you to remember this statement: completely different to each other, but equally as important. While it's important to work towards your fullest potential in any field, I just want to remind you all that success looks different to different people. So walk through life celebrating every success, whether it was something that changed the world or simply an act that contributed to your inner circle or community, or even just showing up for yourself when you need it. I will leave you with a quote from the head boy who came before me, Evan Atabonchenda. A simple comment he left on a call we had while I was standing in the very hostel beside this building, just looking for guidance before my final A-level papers, where we all just shared our final moments in this building, where I remembered seeing all of you and just sharing. We lived together. That's the thing. We lived together for years. Even the people in the class, I'm not just talking about the hostel, the people in the classrooms, the people I met every day, the people that we formed inside jokes, the people we formed stories, the stories I'll tell for the rest of my life. We were all together for this, for all these years. And on May 4th, 2025, while sharing my final memories with him, he said, DBS produces legends. It was a simple quote. Let's prove him right. So, facing my friends, family, and everyone in this world who I love and cherish so deeply, to all the people who I walked with down these hallways, to all the people who I shook hands with, to all the people I hugged and laughed with and cried with, and to all the people who truly have my entire heart. As I have ended my addresses in the past, but I say with a much heavier heart for the final time, students of DPS, beloved class of 2025, good luck and goodbye.
There was a story about him which I am very proud to share. And with this, gentlemen, now is the time to introduce our guest speaker for this afternoon's function. I'll just plead that you take time to listen to me. As I said earlier, I'm not worthy enough to do this introduction, but before saying the show, bring here now. Her Royal Highness Lady Julius Tutu, His Excellency former President John Otumfuo, the Director, Nanano, invited guests, graduates, parents, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Now is the opportune time to introduce a guest speaker for this afternoon's program. Our guest speaker was born on the 6th day of May, 1950, and was christened very well with Osei to the second as a guest speaker of this ceremony. Please, rise up. So, I say that I also have masters that I have to obey. So, we have journeyed once again to share the pride of joy of the word. So, we've had the occasion to observe previously, there can be few moments of greater pleasure and satisfaction at the moment. So, one sees the first shoots of the carefully flower blossom in the garden of life. That is the moment when a beloved son or daughter attains the first critical milestone in the journey of life. So, namely, the moment of graduation from the first time of the education ladder. I had to do that last year for my daughter, and therefore I also would like to come today too. And I knew that if I had not done that, I would have been in trouble with another family, so I had to accept. It is the moment of parental pride in the outcome of the years of hard work, through the midnight toil and perseverance to nail the signpost to the dreams of the future. So, the moment of joy is equally the moment for parental gratitude to the institution and its dedicated handlers who have been responsible for nurturing our boys through all the challenging times. So, choosing a school for the formative years of a child's growth is one of the responsibilities every parent must take with the utmost seriousness. So, I still remember when my son and my wife, whoever researched to know that this school was there, and there were the discussions about that, and I didn't know anything about DPS at that time. Well, the girl had gone to SOS, and he was insistent that he wants to go to DPS. My daughter even wasn't sure what it is. But here we are now, standing here. So, although we do not undervalue any of the many great institutions around, there's always an element of hesitation as one struggles for that extra something that would bind the future of the child to the foundation laid for him. So, it is the reason no matter how busy in the future, we never forget the teacher or housemaster who mentors us in the formative years. So, as a parent, it's been a source of extraordinary pride to Lady Julia, my dear wife, and I, to watch the maturation of our young bubbling son at the hands of this great institution. We have seen him rise tall in every sense. So tall physically, we have been wondering when some basketball coaches began knocking on our doors in search of some potential talent. We are proud that he stands tall, not just physically, but academically and in the moral values we cherish. So, we are happy to pay tribute to your fine institute for your well-grounded system, which has helped to mold and shape the students for the future. So, thank you, Bagesh and your wife, and then Dr. Asami also. So, I've noted that every parent or guardian here will not only be too happy to be outstanding for a moment of tribute to Dr. Seaman Nair and all her dedicated staff. So, the theme chosen for this year's graduation day is Championing the Nation's Future. And I'm invited to share some meaningful experiences and life-changing words with our graduates to spare them onwards towards the journey of college life and other opportunities in the coming years ahead of us. Of course, this is the appropriate moment for what the great American patriot, Asantehene, would call words that strike men's souls. The eager minds are waiting for where they can hang on to through all the trials and tribulations and all the trials ahead of them. But unless they are set in the right context, the most inspiring words may sound hollow or drop like perfect seeds on rocks, with no soil to give them the roots from which to grow. So, I cannot imagine a more audacious theme for this moment in time than what is before us this afternoon. Championing the nation's future. requires first that we recognize exactly where the nation is at this moment, and then have a clear vision of where and what we want to be in the future. So it is only then that we can be sure of what it is we must champion along the journey to the future. So I can see many in the country who will recall at the sheer audacity of such an ambition. But I am proud of the NED and her team, for it is endeavoring to dream great dreams and to think great thoughts that we are able to be the partners that shape great nations. To be fair, we look at the state of the nation and we are filled with mixed feelings. We celebrate the fact that we are a proud democracy, able to change our governments without getting our teachers' throats. But then we ask, exactly what is there to celebrate? So, what does democracy deliver to the Ghanaian? Not much, if we are honest. So acknowledging our indifferent state at the moment, what future can we realistically expect? It cannot be a future spent shuffling between embassies seeking the miracle of foreign visitors to travel in search of greener pastures. Sure. It cannot be a future spent risking our lives across the deserts of Libya or the treacherous lands of South America, or packed like humans and sardines in floating dead traps seeking unavailable pathways to Europe and America. Sure. None of you, and no Ghanaian deserves that future. The future is home, and the future is in your hands to create. So, today graduating students have just completed an education program fully accredited by the Cambridge Assessment International Education. It is the same standard as students in the United Kingdom, India, Europe. Oh, that they obtain. But you know, some of those graduates who are today in the UK, India, China, and the United States will go on to create new technology products. Some will be designing products that will shape the world, invent drugs to treat today's incurable diseases, and even create products to take man onto planets beyond Earth. So, they will all be building on the same foundation laid for you here, applying the same tools you have been exposed to. How do they do that in India, in China, and in Japan, and Vietnam? And how come you, some with outstanding minds, are stuck in the road, struggling for opportunities to go and sweep the streets of those countries? So, the answer lies in the mind. There's no future anywhere better than where you are. The future is home and in your minds to create. It is in your minds to create and innovate, and in your hands to mold and shape the world you want. So, in spite of current difficulties, there is no doubt about the tremendous opportunities that exist in Ghana for individual success and to build a strong and vibrant economy for the nation. The generation to which I belong knew no computers in our formative years. Today, each one of you holds in your hand a cell phone or a tablet capable of creating any product, designing anything, access any material needed to build anything that can take the world by storm. So when Dr. Nair and her team talk about championing nation's future, it has to be a future far removed from the lackluster existence of today and elevated to a plane driven by creativity and innovation, courage and enterprise. There will be no room there for easy pickings and the lure of criminality, but there should be a lot of rewards for those with the courage to create and the perseverance to pursue bold dreams. Sure. That is the future we want to champion. The future in which Ghanaian youth are changing the face of agriculture, bringing the miracles of science and technology to produce the food we need to feed the nation and to provide raw materials for industry. The future in which Ghanaian youth take the center stage in the race to utilize our natural resources to create wealth for themselves and the nation. A future in which Ghanaian youth are firmly in the driving seat of the big technological community
that is shaping the world. So that is not utopia. That is the future within our grasp. If the young graduates of today are prepared to grasp the next one, is there anyone among the brilliant young graduates today who would let go of this challenge and rather continue to risk becoming mere statistics among the perishing on the shores of Santonia, the deserts of Libya, or the treacherous mountains of South America in search of pastures that are no longer green? I say to you from all my heart, there's no other option worthy of the blood of every Ghanaian. So step forward, my beautiful children, with courage and unyielding resolve to champion a new future of regeneration and renewal of our beloved country. So, Ghana, I await your brilliance. I salute your courage to succeed in your further education. Now, go forward, not just to succeed, but to matter. I thank you very much. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a very quick and brief ceremony going on here. Please, okay, there's a presentation, I believe, from Asantehene. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? That is so beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you so very, very much. May I invite our principal, whose hard work has been recognized by our Otumfuo. And for those of us who are uninitiated, the title of Otumfuo simply means the mighty one. And if you are a Karen, you will know that when they say Otumfuo, it is a word with power. May I invite our principal, Dr. Simanaya, to take us to the graduation rites. Please, I want to report for her. So, ladies and gentlemen, we go on to mention the list of students. First, I want to invite our director, Mr. Osei, to join the principal on stage. Say thank you. And students, please get ready. First on the list, Mona Lisa Kurama Kodia Sapong. Please keep clapping. Keep clapping. This is the part I'll beg you to applaud him. We need a noise. We need a euphoria. That's Mona Lisa. Congratulations, Mona. Next, another family to you, Osei Tutu. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. Have one for your grandmother. Photocopy of your mother. Congratulations, please photo. Well done, Mona. Well done, Yeji. Sharon Lucas from Nkede. After Sharon, we have Joao Edward Amory. Congratulations to all. Congratulations, Arius. Yes, I thank you for all the hard work, for all the performances, our master drama, our master percussionist. We thank you. We will miss you. Congratulations on your graduation. After Arius, let's have Akina Safua a free year. It's up now here. Well done. We thank you for your service to DPSI, especially to the Ruby House, which don't win any awards this year. Brandon is upstairs now. Well done, Brandon. Shall we have Kofi back for Osei Tutu? Come up here. Please, I don't know Selassie, sorry. Next, Kofi Bafo Osei Tutu. Very quiet and unassuming. But you surely get away there. Well done, Bafo. Congratulations. May God crown all your efforts with success, everybody. Bafo is an epitome of the fact that quietness does not mean incapability, he's very capable, very quiet and assuming, but surely will get it done. Congratulations, back to all. Next, we have Fifi Ishradona. Fifi, UPSI is grateful for all your hard work and service. We like the time of your new head. Of course, just graduated. We have actually released you to your world. But you got the teeth. Congratulations, Fifi. Well done. Well deserved. Fifi is followed by Emanuela Ekuachi. Emanuela, yeah. Emanuela, are you here? Come on. All right, please, congratulations. Everyone vote for Emanuela. She comes out. Share it with me. A little paper that please, it's your day we know. Kindness is falling. Congratulations, Equia Emanuela MG. Well done. After Equia, we have Sean Edward Merchandani. Like the noise around your head. It only means that your friends trust you. Don't let them down, Sean. Sean Merchandani, congratulations. Well done, Equia. Sean is absent now. He played a very active role in the school soccer team. He's done very well. He's contributed his quota to Mother DPSI. We can only say thank you, Sean, for your services to DPSI. Carry the flag of DPSI wherever you find yourself in the world. And remember that we are so proud of you. Let's have Abraham Bizala Kucho. A definition of grit and hard work, smartness, resilience. Well done, Abraham. Let us proud. Thank you. Don't forget the values you have taught you. Always come back to DPSI. We thank you for your services for this great institution. Next, ladies and gentlemen, let's have Kwame Kemfi Boateng. Another extraordinary student, very quiet but very hardworking. Congratulations, Kwame. Well done. We thank you. I admire your hairstyle. Whatever it is called, we are proud of you. Thank you, Kwame. Now we have Kezia Eradua and Koma. Kezia is an epitome of positive defiance. She asks all the questions, and if you are going to Kezia's class, you better make your notes and revise your notes. Congratulations, Kezia.
So thank you.